Alright, folks. Okay. Things are looking much better. I apologize for the technical issues if you're watching on YouTube. You didn't have to witness that. So, good on you for watching us on YouTube. But, yeah, we had some weird tech issues going on there. Super Mega Baseball 3 wasn't playing at full speed. Steam was not communicating properly with anything. And, yeah. So anyway, we're going to get started and we're going to watch this game number 1 of the finals, the Bree Boomerangs at the Asiago Aeroplanes. And that's what we're going to do right now. So I apologize for that. All right. So we're popping right back in. Where we left off was a base hit and a pop out, and for the Boomerangs, who are up first, got Tyrone Estes on the mound for the home team Aeroplanes, and they end the inning here with the 4-6-3 double play. So that is where we are, and yeah, we're back now and everything's looking normal. It's weird. This is weird stuff. Every now and then Steam will do that. Steam will just be like, nah, I'm just gonna crap out, kind of, maybe. I'll put in half the effort. So it's probably because I have 1,000 things running on this machine right now as I speak. That's a base hit for Mattingly up the middle, as the Aeroplanes get a base runner here in the bottom half of the first, and Sherry Droop steps in, having a good tournament. We're going to take a look at Carl Sanders real quick. That's a foul ball. Sanders, 4-seamer, 2-seamer, curveball, changeup, .79 ERA, 25 Ks in the tournament. Having an excellent Cheese League Baseball tourney here for the Boomerangs hurler. And there is a beanball. And that puts on 2 now, first and second. Nobody out for Ash McIntyre. So big spot here early on for the Asiago Aeroplanes. And we're hoping to wrap up this tournament this evening. Jesus. It's 11:16 a.m. We're hoping to wrap up this tournament this weekend as McIntyre goes down and strikes. So there's going to be a lot of live fake baseball streamed a little bit today and most of it tomorrow on Sunday, April 2nd. I could have just said that these were all April Fool's jokes, that this technology is working. But I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even insinuate that I might have done that. Miguel Russell steps in. Or steps in and walks promptly. 4 straight balls. Bases juiced here early on. 1 out. Bottom of the first. For the Asiago Aeroplanes. Bugby having a great tournament too. 372 average. Pops that one foul over the Boomerangs dugout. 1 and 2. And this could be 2. Mickelson, no, can only get 1 across the diamond. That puts the Aeroplanes on the board first. They lead at 1-0. 2 outs, second and third now. And that brings up Kobe Frown. Again, thank you for joining us here if you're watching live on Twitch, or if you're watching this broadcast on YouTube. Down on strikes he goes. A big opportunity missed, but the Aeroplanes get 1, going to the bottom, or the top of the second. I'm all out of sorts today, folks. My dog is sick. Just got done teaching a class. And it's been a busy week, so I'm just all out of sorts. I've also been sick, so that's great. That one's hit high and far and off the big wall. Takes a weird bounce off the where the foam meets the concrete there. And Mickelson's in with a stand-up double to lead off the top half of this inning. Mickelson runs quite well too. Don't forget it there. As Dirk DeVilla steps in, the catcher for the Boomerangs. the Bree squad 0-2. Right through the wickets. Mattingly fields it. Great recovery, but the runner that heads up base running moves to third. So on third now, 1 out, and Jonah Conrad steps in. And that's a base hit up the middle. The Boomerang's tied up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 41.
And a grounder. This could be 2. And it is. Inning-ending double play. Farkas is a lefty second baseman, which makes for odd transfers. So it was an odd little double play, well, odd-looking double play. But nonetheless, the Boomerangs get one back. Bottom of the second we go. Donna Francis steps in. She's been swinging a hot stick lately. Despite the 108 average, she's been actually picking things up. Windows are open. Scott is gone. Cheese League is on. All is right with the world. That's right, Wheels. Type it on a sweet new keyboard. That looks pretty great. The RC Cola keyboard. Rover Farkas steps in. Bottom of the second. 1 out. Might have to air out this place. The windows being open. Mentioned that. Cooper's got the poops, so that's something great to wake up to at 5:15 in the morning. Little squibber down the line and out number 2. Farkas kind of willed that down the line. He's kind of just pushed it. As Butters Patrick fouls one into the stands. Patrick, 162 average in the tournament, does have 8 RBIs. That's base hit up the middle. Not the best hitting catcher in Cheese League baseball, but nonetheless gets a base hit here as that brings up top of the order. And Trey Mattingly, 321 average for him, 3 homers, 10 RBIs, having an excellent tournament for the Asiago shortstop. And that is hit quite well. Down the line. Does it have a chance? Yes, it does. It goes. A 2-run jack. Trey Mattingly, Oppo power. Brings it 3-1. Aeroplanes take the early lead.
The designated hitter, number 26.
If I tell you... If I tell you who will, this is what Wheel says in the chat. If I tell you who will win, they will lose. So I can clearly not choose the team I favor. As there's a little weird stutter. I don't know what's going on with Super Mega Baseball 3. It's odd. It's running strange. However, the universe knows that I choose the loser every time. Therefore, I clearly can't choose the loser as the winner. It's a very Fezzik kind of thing. Or the Sicilian. I clearly cannot choose the winner in front of you.
The center fielder, number 21.
Princess Bride, folks. That's the reference if you don't get it. I knew that's what you were going for, Wheels. Grounder to Farkas. You see Farkas, that lefty at second base, is just kind of odd. Just doesn't look right for some reason. It just makes for weird transfers. Kind of have to turn your body. Throw against your body, which you don't want to do because as that's a base hit into right field. Frown going for 2. Frown fires in, slides in safely. And it's a 1-out double for the Boomerangs here in the top of the third. You throw against your body, folks. That's how you end up with shoulder and elbow injuries. Putting all that, you're not using your momentum. You're kind of just using more of your arm to whip it. Sally Meter steps in. Top of the order. First baseman for the Bree crew. And that is fouled down the line. 1-2. And now 2-2. Down on a strike she goes. And Kason Oldie steps in. 0 for 1. The runner on second. 2 outs here. Top of the third. And a base hit. Is that going to get all the way to the wall? No. It rolls to the lip of the warning track. Run comes in, and it's a double for Old Diaz.
The third
Bo
baseman,
Sawhorse now
number
steps up.
17.
And off the edge of the bat, McIntyre flips to Estes. And they get a run. Asiago still leads 3-2 as McIntyre steps in. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the home team. That's really weird. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be. Sanders puts that one away. Wheels doesn't get notifications anymore when I go live. You know, I've noticed that on YouTube as well, they've taken away a lot of my YouTube notifications for whatever reason. I don't know if you haven't watched videos from the channel in a while, if they just disable that after a while. But it's odd. I've noticed some of my favorite YouTubers have posted videos and I'm like, man, I missed like 3 or 4 of these. Really strange. Miguel Russell, 7 homers, 25 RBIs, jacks this one high and far. Does it have the distance? No, off the big wall. Espinosa fields it off the carom, and look at that. Chug, chug, chug away around the bases. Goes Miguel Russell. He's not the speediest guy, but a triple for him. A 1-out triple in the bottom of the 3rd. As Jared Bugby steps to the plate. Now, I talked about Carl Sanders. I haven't really went through Estes and his arsenal, but I'll get there. As Sanders is battling here. 68th pitch on the way already in the 3rd inning. That hugs the line. And they get the out at first. A run comes in. It's 4-2. Kobe Frown steps in now with 2 outs. One is the count. And there's a pop-up. Sky high. Sanders goes over and actually fields it himself. Out number 3. 4, 5, and 6. Middle of the lineup duo. For the Boomerangs. Top of the 4th we go. Estes, 4-seamer, 2-seamer, slider, change, curveball. I think his ERA is now 2.49. I think entering the game is right around 2-ish, middle 2s anyway, somewhere around there. That one is high and far, and that's a no-doubter. That actually might have second deck power. It does. Holy shnikes. Second deck power. A 411-foot Jack Nicholson's 3rd homer and 9th RBI of the tournament. It's now a 4-3 ball game. Wheels is going Boomerangs, and that is ripped. A hard hit ball gets past Donna Francis, and it's just a very hard hit. Single. I wonder what that exit velo would have been. That would have been like probably a 98 exit velo on that hit. Manatees for days in terms of length. Yes, that was 411 feet. If we're measuring in manatees, it's 41.1 manatees. But it was also as many manatees high. The sine cosine curve of manatees, of home run manatee adjustments. As we got a little weird stutter in the action. And they can't turn the 5-4-3 double play. Just get the out at second. The lead runner doesn't really matter. I mean, they have the double play still in action. I'm gonna take a drink and crinkle the thing right into the microphone because that's what I do. It's been a hell of a day, folks. It's been a weird, wild day already. A base knock up the middle. I got a lot more day to go.
number
Jesus.
21.
A lot more to go. Got work, got family functions, got cleaning. That one gets away from Patrick. The runners advance 90 feet, so that takes away the double play opportunity. Let's see how Estes deals with this. He's actually going right at him. It wouldn't hurt. Oh, okay. We'll line out the Farkas. I was going to say, it wouldn't hurt to actually just walk him.
Number 33.
But Espinosa's stepping in. He's hitting 429. So he's swinging a hot stick. So at that point, you're just kind of hoping to just get an extra out. Closer to ending this inning. That one is jacked high and far. Going back, and gone. Espinosa, a 3-run homer, 401-foot shot, 4th homer, 9th RBI of the tourney. Just like that, the Bree Boomerang Bats
The first baseman. Number
come alive.
19.
This is the Boomerang team that I thought was going to take the whole thing. That I thought was going to, that I was expecting to see. Big power hitting bats. And that one is jacked, and that is a no-doubter. Where is that going to end up? In the second deck. A 432-foot shot for Sally Meter, 3rd homer, 6th RBI of the tournament. And Estes looking rattled out there on the mound as Casey Oldie steps in. 7-4 now. The Boomerangs over top of the Aeroplanes. That one, ooh, Trey Mattingly, nice little Derek Jeter-esque style catch, circa 1997. They get 5 runs here, top of the 4th, folks. The Aeroplanes now trail the Bree Boomerangs, and all right, Sanders is pulled. He did have quite a few pitches. I think he was up 70 pitches or something like that. So Browline comes in, and he's throwing gas right off the bat. Down on strikes goes Francis. In steps Grover Farkas.
Number 18.
It's me looking at those home runs. It's about right. Farkas down on strike, so Browline.
Now back to the catcher. Number 25.
Browline working away out here. I'm trying to figure out who the hell is calling me. Full count to Patrick now, and he walks him. So he comes in, deals with the first 2 hitters he sees, walks the 3rd one. That brings up top of the order and Trey Mattingly. How am I liking the start of the MLB season? Anything standing out so far? No, as this one skied out to center field. Ben Buck puts it away. Out number 3 to the top of the 5th we go. Starting the MLB season, nothing really sticking out.
The third baseman.
I will say on the Phillies side, I kind of think the Phillies pitching. The Phillies are going to need to address pitching, I think, sooner than later. Ooh, and he plunks him. It's a beanball. Down to first he goes. That brings up Mickelson. 2 for 2, home run and a double. And Estes is pulled, and Midtown comes in. Phils might need to pick up a pitcher somewhere along the line, as that one is jacked. Does it get over the big wall? No, off the big wall. Francis fields it, throws home. They're sending the runner. No, they don't. They pump the brakes, unless it is a double, as Dirk Davila comes up. 2 on, nobody out, top of the 5th. Yeah, Phillies might need to address their pitching. I think that's the biggest thing for me. I'm okay with their bullpen. Their starting pitching is a little rough. I feel like they have enough. They probably have enough offense if they could just maybe get another starter. 3-4 starter. That's a strikeout for our number 1. A number 3 or number 4 starter, that would be splendid. And that would kind of solidify some gaps that they might have. Maybe give some guys down at AAA, AA, bring them up for some spot starts. Maybe, I don't know. You know, there you got service time manipulation. The whole thing goes into that. And that's a base hit in the left field. 8-4 now. The Boomerangs over the Aeroplanes. Yankees, I have a feeling we saw Cole the other day do a great job. Great opening day. I have a feeling the Yankees were going to need pitching as well. I'm not as confident in the number 4, number 5 starters. That one gets away from Patrick. Run comes home. Runners advance. 9-4 now. Things are kind of falling apart for the Aeroplanes here. I think the Yankees are probably... I would like to... I think the Yanks might have to deal with their outfield situation too, and I have a feeling, as that is out number 2, I have a feeling that they're going to deal maybe Gleyber Torres at the deadline. I don't know. These are just gut feelings. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But, again, Patrick gets crossed up. The runner comes home. 10-4 now. There's a strike. Working back now. Midtown. Little squib to Russell out number 3. They get out of the inning. Stop the bleeding. 3-run top of the 5th. 10-4 now. The Boomerangs over the Aeroplanes. The outfield situation with the Yankees kind of concerns me because I think Judge can play center field. I think might be more comfortable in right field. When Bader comes back, that'll be great. Left field, if we're going to give these kids a chance, let's give them an actual chance. Peraza, I think, was out there the other day. The infield is kind of like we have 9,000 infielders. I feel like we also have 9,000 outfielders, but most of them are hurt. I don't know. It's just weird. It really comes down to pitching. For all of these teams, it comes down to pitching and what can you do. You know, that's really what it's going to be. All right, Espinosa steps in, 2 for 2, home run double. He's got a bunch of RBIs too. Jacked a 3-run ding-dong last time up. 10-4, the Boomerangs lead over the Aeroplanes here at top of the 6th. Yeah, nothing's really standing out thus far. I watched, you know what, one thing did stand out. I watched the Rays and the Tigers broadcast on opening day. And it was interesting. The Rays announcers seemed kind of down on the Rays. For whatever reason. Almost like saying that they were kind of in a rebuilding phase or something. But the Rays have always just kind of been there. So I don't know. I don't know what they were really talking about. They might have obviously more insider information. I don't know what Donna Francis is also doing out here in left field. What the hell are you doing? Field the ball. Catch the ball.
Now batting, the second baseman.
All right.
Number 4.
Second and third now. Nobody out. Boomerangs looking to make this a big inning again. Infield playing in. All right, we got one out at first on that diving stop. Tags the bag, throws home, nothing doing. 11-4. But the Rays are kind of just always there. That's my point. The Rays always find a way to win, find a way to be in the tops of the AL East. So I don't know. Yeah, that one's kind of a strange one for me. I feel like the Rays are just going to be there. I feel like they're the third place team in that division probably, if not the second place team. So I'm confident, but not terribly confident that the Blue Jays are going to be able to do it this year. Because they said they were going to do it last year, but they didn't. Freddie Mickelson back up to the dish. 2-2 count on him. One thing I'm a little more concerned with right now is the Seattle Kraken and the amount of games that they have left to play in their schedule and the amount of games that they need to win to actually make it into the playoffs, as Mickelson goes down on strikes as Dirk DeVilla steps in. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm thinking about. Also, 3 projects due this week. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's going through my head. But the Kraken are kind of worrying me a little bit. Actually, while I'm going to try not to think about them, honestly, it's all I'm thinking about. Little swinging bunt, third out here. 1 run again for the Boomerangs. They've scored in every inning except the top of the first. They lead at 11-4. Let's just look at the games coming up for the Kraken. Today we play the Kings. We also play them. No, we don't play them again. For some reason, I thought we played 2 against the Kings. Play the Kings. It's a leaping catch. So the Kings today. That's a big game. We got to win that. That's a division game. As Kobe Frown steps up. Look at that big curveball from Browline. Got 2 against the Coyotes coming up. Actually, we have 3 against the Coyotes coming up, and I think the Coyotes are not very good this year, so you would think that those should be guaranteed wins. Yeah, the Coyotes are really... Yeah, the Coyotes are not very good this year. So you'd think that those should be 3 guaranteed wins. But they also have, like I mentioned, the little line out there. They also have the Kings coming up. The Canucks are always tough for the Kraken for whatever reason. I think the Canucks are kind of right there. Blackhawks, as this one is jacked, gone over the big wall. Another home run for the Free Boomerangs, 393-foot shot. Conrad's 3rd homer, 9th RBI of the tournament, 12-4. They extend their lead as Cross Baker steps in. Blackhawks are in the bottom of the division, I believe, so that's not... I mean, that should be another easy game for the Kraken, because that's out number 1. So, and then you have the final 2 games of the season. And I think, honestly, let's just talk real talk here. Hashtag real talk. Hashtag real talk. The Seattle Kraken season might come down to the final 2 games of the season. And that is scary because the final 2 games are against Vegas Golden Knights. Aren't consistent enough to proceed, prepared for it. Yeah, if the Kraken aren't 100% on, they're 100% off. I agree. And, ooh, Russell knocks it down. He's got a good arm, but he gets it out. Russell actually might be one of the better fielding third basemen in this game. Sally Meter steps in, pops it way up for McIntyre. Should be the final out of the inning, and it is. A quick top of the 7th. 8-9-1 due up for the home team. They still trail the Boomerangs 12-4. So it's concerning. It's concerning. However, I will say this. They have had one of the greatest seasons in terms of like a startup franchise. Nobody's going to replicate what the Golden Knights did. Sawhorse for out number 1. But as a second season franchise and to be able to contend like this and to be able to be in these conversations, I think is phenomenal. Matty Beniers has had an amazing season. Some of the pickups that they've made in the offseason and throughout the season have been absolutely spectacular. As Browline gets pulled, he was in the red anyway. We're going to see Richards come in. And Trey Mattingly, top of the order, stepping in. Now with 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th for the Asiago Aeroplanes. And that's a pop up to right field, out number 3. Extremely proud. F you, Dunn. Doing great. Yes. Dunn looks like he's kind of hit his. He's kind of found his spot. A lot of the guys actually have looked like they've found their spot, found their place, which is great because it's a new franchise and it's been fun to watch. But Dunn is definitely one of those players. So we shall see. But the next what is it? 8 games or 7 games or something like that. For 9 games, I think it might be, for the Kraken are going to be pivotal. So they're exciting stuff to watch. So we got hockey playoffs as Harden walks them. Got hockey playoffs going on. They're starting up pretty soon as Duarte comes in, and then we'll have baseball. Baseball starting up. So it's a great time to be a sports fan. Apparently the college basketball is still going on. I thought that was over. Out number 1 there. Only get 1. Or out number 2, rather. I'm sorry. As Dirk DeVilla steps in. I always assumed that March Madness was during March and there was a lot of madness about it. And the madness was all the basketball games happening. But apparently, it's still happening. And I think March Madness is a misnomer. I keep getting all these alerts from ESPN about all these teams that I have no clue what they're doing, nor do I care. These basketball teams. Pop up to Patrick ends the inning. Bottom of the 8th we go. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the home team. We're trying to climb out of this 12-4 deficit here, folks. Sherry Droop steps in. It's been a good game for the Bree Boomerangs bullpen. As that one is hit the meter. Out number 1. It pulled Sanders pretty early, but the bullpen's come in and it's done a spectacular job to hold this lead. That one is hit high and far and off the big wall. And Conrad has little trouble with it. It's a 1-out double for McIntyre. And that brings up Miguel Russell, who's on fire, looking at 1 for 2, triple and a walk. Power and contact versus righties, both activated. And 3-0. I think they're just going to walk him with first base open. Yeah. The unintentional, intentional walk. And that brings up Bugby, who hits a base hit up the middle. Do they send the runners? No, they hold them. Got to know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Do they, no. Frown looks rattled. I thought they might pinch hit for him, but I guess not. And that is the inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. Kobe Frown. Not good. Not good. They strand the bases loaded. And we go to the top of the 9th. Cross Baker steps in. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Boomerangs. 1 and 2 on Baker. And a little hit, barehanded by Mattingly, fires across the diamond, out number 1. Ben Buck steps up. And another slow roller, Miguel Russell barehands. That's out number 2. And Espinosa steps in. 4 for 4. Espinosa, have yourself a day. One and 2. Ooh, way inside, brushing him off the plate. And down to strikes he goes. Quick top half of the ninth gets those Asiago bats back in the box. 7, 8, 9 due up for them. Go to the bottom of the ninth.
Fielder, number
Donna Francis will lead it off. Madeline Richards out on the mound for the Bree Boomerangs, looking to close this game out. And looking locked in as well. Grounder to Oldie, out number 1.
now batting.
And in steps Grover Farkas now, 0 for 3.
Number 18.
The 1-1 pitch coming from Richards. A little groover in there for strike number 2. And Farkas hits one into the gap. He's going for 2, digging. Buck fires in. He slides in safely. It's a 1-out double here. Bottom of the ninth. Brings up Butters Patrick.
Number 25.
And 2-0 to Patrick, who grounds to Oldie for out number 2. So the final out here, folks.
Number
Final out for the Asiago Aeroplanes. And ball inside to Mattingly, top of the order. And the 1-2 pitch. Ball low, 2-2. And now the 3-2 pitch. And walked him. So runners on the corners now. Sherry Droop steps in. She's 0 for 3.
Number 26.
A lot happens with 2, folks. Yes, I didn't. Well, actually, no. I take that back. I made the little graphic myself. The actual Cooper Dog graphic was made by somebody else, but I formatted it for Twitch that way. All right, Richards walks the bases loaded. I also did cheese slices and a couple other things.
Number 46.
All right, Concentrado comes in now with Ash McIntyre. Bases juiced. Bottom of the ninth. One and 2 on him. Down on strikes he goes with the bases loaded. He strikes out, and the Bree Boomerangs, they take the first game of the Cheese League Series. 12-15-0 to 4-7-0, and they scored nearly every inning, folks. Jeez, they just really piled it on. As you see, hits up and down this lineup. The only person without a hit, actually, only 2 people without a hit, Sawhorse and Ben Buck. Sawhorse did walk twice, though, so. And then Asiago on their side. Not a lot of run production outside of that first inning early goings of the game. Browline gets the win. Estes gets the loss. Let's look at our top 3. Espinosa, Conrad, and Mickelson. Espinosa had a heck of a game. 4 for 5. Homer, a double, 3 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Yeah, all just had amazing games. Bree Boomerangs just piled on the hits, piled on the runs. What can we say? But that is actually going to be it for me right now. So that is your little tease here, folks. Game number 1 of the Cheese League Baseball Series. I will be back tomorrow with more games. I got a lot of stuff going on today, unfortunately. I'll be back bright and early tomorrow, 8 a.m. with some more games here on the Twitch channel. And at that point, we're going to see, hopefully, tomorrow, we'll find out who is victorious and who's bringing home that Cheese League trophy. All right, that's it for me right now, folks. Thanks for bearing with me through all the technical issues early on in the stream, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. See you then. Take care. Bye.